Hwei recently came to League, and I'm very, very curious to hear what this champion theme sounds like and look at the character a little bit. I love Ben Hicks's music, and I'm really excited to hear what this sounds like. So here we go. So I know that Hwei is a painter because when I was looking up some videos, I saw it. But what I'm really intrigued by is this feeling of beauty. Hwei has this capacity to admire things even though marred by ugliness. Hwei has the capacity to see beauty due to his artistic spirit and artistic sense of desiring to see the good in things. You hear that right in the beginning with this beautiful... The Shao... Yeah, right there. I want to see something beautiful. I want to experience the beauty of life. I want to experience something positive, something hopeful. Life is worth exploring. There's a gentility in this character, Hwei the Visionary. Oof. That represents loss. That represents a deep loss. That represents ending of something. That represents a sadness in Hwei. There's a feeling that despite being a visionary and despite being an artist, there's been some great suffering that's taken place. Nice pivot. Yeah, there's a sense in this that's like, I won't be stopped. You know, I know the suffering that I see in the world, but I demand that there be beauty in it, none the same. I have to continue to move forward, and I can't allow myself to be hung up by this sad pain that I feel. There's a beauty in the life, and a beauty in the world, and a beauty in the desire for good things. It's interesting. This kind of stuff, it's so beautiful. It's hard to really think. I do like the painting motif, but it definitely feels like painting. Yeah, there's an inherent sadness and tension in there. That's a feeling of emptiness, I think. Yeah, here we go. We're not giving up. I'm not going to surrender to this. Some modal movement there. Beautiful piano in the background, cascading down. Galvanization. Gorgeous. Oh, that is stunning. And I think, to me, that represents just pain, and also the swirling of that paintbrush, and not giving up the desire to make beautiful things. I'm really intrigued by this champion trailer.
A former heir to the Temple of Koyan in Ionia, Hwei spent his youth training and honing paint magic with the temple's masters. Beneath his melancholic exterior is a fantastical and colorful imagination that he's able to bring to life with a swipe of his brush. Following the horrific yet captivating destruction of his temple home, Hwei's art now reflects an internal struggle between beauty and despair.
Yeah.
The power of art can bring people together or rip them apart.
I swear I don't read these things before, but it's just so beautifully handled by the music staff that you can't help but be like, hey, this is beautiful. And then you hear the representation of the push and pull of the suffering and the pain that exists in here. That's incredible writing. That's incredible musical writing.
Which will you choose? Welcome to the Hwei Champion Spotlight.
There's no secret to art. Just begin and keep going. That's all we can do.
Hwei's Q, W, and E spellbooks each have 3 abilities that are accessed by pressing 2 keys, like QQ, QW, or QE, and share cooldowns with other spells from that spellbook. The Q spellbook, Disasters, summons bombastic AoE spells and is your primary damage source. Pressing QQ casts Devastating Fire.
All right, let me watch the champion trailer, which is...
Something dark clings to me. Has always lived in me. I see destruction and despair. You brought it to light, Jin.
Jin?
Good, evil, the line blurs. I keep spiraling down paths I never thought I'd walk. There is light in me. I can't lose sight of it. And the colors come flooding back. Open your eyes. Every question, every burden, every vision, I'll lay them out here. Art, life, death, all I've seen, all made clear.
That's incredible. And I think that what's amazing about that is that we have all of that in the music. We are highlighting that inner world. And I think when you hear the piano, when you hear that, that's the approach of the balance between light and dark there that has to be at play. So there's a degree of the suffering versus the beauty versus the suffering. So that's basically what I said before. But when we have the piano, that's like the light trying to emerge. I think we hear it near the middle section here. This is the darkness, right? This is the suffering. Suffering, pain. More sadness. But then that light starts to emerge out. When these drums kick in. I think that cello really represents the darkness here too. Beautiful. Yeah, that's stunning. I want to read his backstory. Born into legacy, Hwei was destined to inherit the Temple of Koyan. He spent his childhood immersed in the vibrant surroundings, translating his wild daydreams onto canvas. From a young age, it was evident that his visions were not mere reflections of reality. Instead, they were fantastical interpretations that turned life itself into art. Hwei's unique connection with the world manifested not only in his paintings, but also in the shifting hues of his eyes, mirroring the ebb and flow of his mind and mood. The temple's art form, paint magic, became Hwei's chosen medium, a medium that influenced the emotions of its audience. However, strict control and discipline were necessary to prevent the art from overpowering mental perceptions and bodily sensations, as those who failed to control it were banished from Koyan. Despite the strict precepts, Hwei, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a desire to explore the depths of his power, indulged his imagination in a pivotal moment during a demonstration for the Temple Masters. Hwei's control wavered as he painted Koyan's sea. Emotions crashed over him and he surrendered to the beauty of his creation. This awakening infuriated the Temple Masters who, while unwilling to exile their heir, stressed the weight of his responsibilities. Hwei, haunted yet fascinated by the depths of his power, continued to push the boundaries in secret at night. The tranquil existence of Koyan was disrupted when Kara Jin visited the temple. A bond formed between Hwei and Jin as they exchanged creative perspectives. However, the night before Jin departed, he challenged Hwei, sensing the facade and the pieces of he represented in the world. Reluctantly, Hwei unleashed his true art, revealing decades of suppressed emotions and imagination. Jin, witnessing the forbidden visions, departed with an ominous farewell, stating he would move on tomorrow to watch the lotuses bloom. At dawn, Hwei awoke to a series of tragedies. 4 historic paintings lay destroyed, the 4 masters who berated Hwei in his youth lay dead, and the temple itself erupted in flames. In the chaos, Hwei recognized the dark potential of his art for destruction and torment, realizing the horror and fascination that had gripped him in his youth. As the temple collapsed into ruins, Hwei emerged as the sole survivor, haunted by guilt and the overwhelming power of his own imagination. By day, he mourned with the villagers, but by night he revisited the wreckage, using his paintbrush and palette to create scenes that captured the essence of Koyan's crest, the same crest worn over his heart. Discovering lotus-shaped traps amid the rubble, Hwei pieced together the perpetrator was none other than the artist he grew close to. Thought unleashed a cascade of emotions: fear, sorrow, betrayal, and awe. Faced with a choice between staying with his people or pursuing the answers to the tragedy, Hwei, bearing only his paintbrush and palette, left Koyan behind. In the time since, Hwei has embarked on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. He seeks answers by revealing the full extent of his art, tracking down nefarious individuals in the darkest corners of Ionia. As he spirals deeper into the shadows, Hwei lights a path, his mind brimming with possibility. I love that. I love that. It's such an artist thing, and I actually really appreciate that Jin and Hwei are connected in some ways, and I think the 2 artists coming together, it's very apropos to life, and I think that that's really touching, and I think that the beauty of art is that it requires sense and sensibility. And these things, are very volatile when it comes to our emotions. And so it's fun to see this sort of brought to life in a video game character. We rarely get artists as video game characters, and this one in particular is gorgeous, especially when you consider that a lot of times it's like a bruiser or a brawler. And instead of having someone with a deep sensitivity is really not seen very often. And I really appreciate that. If you like this sort of stuff, there's lots of other League videos on the channel, and there's other videos too if you're interested in those. Feel free to subscribe. There's links in the About section if you want to support the channel. And as always, thanks a ton, and I'll see you later. Bye.